Hello guys, it's me, Games with Will. And today guys, we'll be taking a look at Yokai Watch, the movie, and what makes it so good. Yokai Watch's movie was originally released in Japan on December 20th of 2014. The film was directed by Shigeharu Takahashi and Shinjiro Yushiro, I definitely said that wrong, with numerous familiar faces returned as voice actors from the previous anime and games. It's an hour and 37 minutes long fantasy movie with a lot of variety when it comes down to the scenes. One moment you would see characters fighting in ironworks, and minutes later in whatever this landscape is. Yokai Watch the movie was based on Level 5's Yokai Watch 2, that also released in 2014 but in July. Once Yokai Watch got dubbed in other languages, it became a fan favorite on Netflix by people from Europe, America, and especially Japan. Compared to every other movie, the first Yokai Watch movie that came out a decade ago still remains to be my favorite, which is saying something. In case you're new to Yokai Watch, I'll give you a brief definition of what it is, so we can continue with the video and start looking at the film. Yokai Watch is a series that got its first game release in 2013, having anime, games, and a not-so-successful card game branched after. Yokai Watch is about an average elementary school boy, Nate Adams, who is average at absolutely everything, and even says it himself. He has average grades, average height, no special talents, and an average lifestyle overall. While having a bug catching contest against his friends, Nate goes to Mount Wildwood in search of a cool insect and encounters a mysterious cranking machine. Put a quarter in. Out comes a capsule with one of the Yokai Watch mascots, Whisper! Nate is bewildered and Whisper gives him the Yokai Watch, an item to see things he has never seen before in his day-to-day life. Yokai are just like fictional monsters you see in other series. In a way, they're more realistic since they're based off spooky Japanese folklore. In the show, yokai are invisible to normal people if they don't have the watch, and they cause pretty much everything, good or bad, through inspiriting citizens. They each have their own unique effects for spirits, and the Yokai Watch developers can get some pretty wacky ideas sometimes. There's Happy Air who makes people happy, and then Negative Buzz who makes people too scared to do anything, making them worry if they mess up. Yokai cause every problem in the region of Springdale, and our protagonist Nate tries to solve them through gaining their medals, becoming their friend. Once befriended, Nate can summon them with the watch and solve other issues with the help of his yokai friends. One of them is Jibanyan, a lazy red cat yokai who is addicted to chocolate bars, known as Choco Bars. Wise name, right? Jibanyan is very important to the story of the movie and has been with Nate throughout the entirety of the series, being a help and sometimes a bit of a pain. Anyways, that is a small summary of Yokai Watch to give you a bit of understanding, and back to the movie. In the Yokai Watch movie, it starts off with Nate's Yokai Watch suddenly vanishing, and we see how Nate acts without it for a period of time. This is pretty interesting because for the entirety of the series, we've seen Nate collect yokai medals and progress others' characters. We haven't seen Nate not have a Yokai Watch since the start of the actual anime. All memories of the Yokai Watch events from both the game and the anime have been flushed down the drain. So how will he react? Furthermore, what is he limited to remembering? Our heads are filled with questions at the starting scene. What happened to the yokai medals Nate gained throughout the series, and where did Whisper even go? Does Nate still remember the Yokai Watch, and how is he going to get it back? In this part of the movie, I kept yelling at the screen as a kid, saying, "Nate, what the flip happened with Jibanyan?" I love these small moments in the movie where you can never know how the conflict will get solved. Looking at another time of the movie, there is a part where the antagonists have a time machine and are spamming rewind so a character can't get anywhere close to hitting Dame Dead Time, the main villain. How does Nate solve this? By turning on a hose that has been built up throughout the movie by a Jedi yokai. Taking aim and spraying it all over the gosh dang time machine, breaking the device. The humor is really something else, man, and gosh dang am I a fan of it. As well, there are some advanced film techniques used in the movie, such as the bridging shot of Harvard's time-lapse searching and or waiting for the Bold Basher. You can see calendar days pass speedily as seasons change, and Harvard eventually gets gigantic after 60 years. And near the later portion of the movie, you see establishing shots, full views, of areas like Old Springdale, Old Harrisville, and the Ironworks, which gives you a great depiction of the area. The majority of the Yokai Watch movie's plot takes place in the past, and overall is really well done. The past shows off really cool landscapes near the end, and has a layer of humor with the references that are made throughout the journey. And by far, my favorite part of the development of the movie is Nathaniel working to stand up for others. Nathaniel is Nate's grandpa when he was young in the past, which makes a unique dynamic between the embarrassment of Nate and the forwardness of his grandpa. Nathaniel gets a saddening backstory of why he is so courageous and admiring of superheroes, even if they're only from comics and shows. But yeah, if you've ever seen the Yokai Watch anime or games, I would strongly recommend you to watch the full Yokai Watch movie. If you are unfamiliar with the series, then there's plenty of quick summaries of Yokai Watch 1, such as the one made by Papa C, and so many playthroughs out there by various creators. Although, I'm sure you'll be fine anyways if you watch the brief explanation earlier in the video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day and got a better understanding of the Yokai Watch movie. See you guys another time, and yeah, guys, peace!
So fierce, games with will, let's conquer the